Ambassador Kramer, thank you for talking innovation with ITI. You've just been appointed as the head of the U.S. delegation for the World Conference on International Telecommunications. Can you tell us a little bit about why the public should be paying attention and what the WCIT is?
Yeah, so the overall goal of this conference is to create an environment for future success for the internet and the telecommunications industry. And if we can maintain that helpful, productive environment, we get a good outcome. If we are not able to do that, if proposals come in from other nations that would do things like restrict content, traffic, new payment regimes, etc., those things create an environment that we would be concerned aren't going to lend themselves to success. So it's important that we really get our messages clear, that we galvanize industry well, that we galvanize a broad set of U.S. stakeholders, and importantly work with national partners to make sure we get this good outcome.
And how would you define success for the conference?
So success is, first of all, at a very high level, is an environment where the telecom and internet industries are successful, where they don't have regulation that holds them back, where they don't have regulation that assumes that all solutions are going to be the same, where they can innovate, etc. That is, at a high level, is what success looks like. We need to make sure tactically that the U.S. position is understood, that we have a chance to have good dialogues and hopefully influence a variety of others. That tactically is what's going to be important. And then you get to the most tactical level, we want to make sure with the international telecommunication regulations, the ones that originally dated to 1988, that those stay roughly in their current form in terms of scope, in terms of definitions, etc. And they were really designed for the telecom industry, and that's what they should be focused on, because it's a different construct than the internet space. So making sure we kind of adhere to that core focus of the ITRs would be the most tactical objective.
You mentioned the United States position and making sure it's well understood. Has the U.S. position been defined? And if you could say at a high level what that position is.
The U.S. position is really to keep the ITRs from 1988 in their broad sense applicable, that the definitions of telecommunications remains the same, the voluntary nature of the regulations, that they stay the same, and then also to make sure, and we're going to put this in our submission, that our vision is clear, that we see a vibrant telecommunications industry today in mobile and fixed broadband. We see a vibrant internet set of industries and innovation, and that success needs to continue in the future, and that success is based on organic innovation, a distributed nature. It's one where multi-stakeholder organizations are in the best position to think about what needs to be common across boundaries. That is all going to be part of what our submission is, and then that will begin a process of other proposals coming in and some negotiations.
What can stakeholders and the public do generally to be helpful to the United States in your role?
Yeah. So thank you for asking that, first of all. Appreciate that. There are two things. One is we need to make sure we have the best knowledge, insights, case examples of what success looks like. So we're not just being philosophical about what this world looks like in the future, but we can point to examples. So examples, that I've used in the last few days, Brazil and all the broadband development that they've done, Kenya with their mobile industry and mobile banking solutions and undersea cables that have driven costs down, Ghana, which has got a vibrant internet and telecom industries. Wherever we've got examples that really illustrate best what success looks like, U.S. organizations that do business abroad, and what impact has that international business had on local economies. All of those things are helpful because, again, they allow us to really talk about what does our vision look like in practice. The second thing that is going to be helpful is to have a variety of touch points throughout the world helping communicate these points of view. So it isn't just a view coming from Washington, but it's a view coming from individuals, coming from companies, coming from national regulators, all that says we do share a common vision of what success looks like, and let's make sure we drive to closure on that.
There have been discussions about differing proposals from the developing world versus the developed world. You mentioned Brazil and Ghana earlier. How do we ensure that this doesn't the wicket doesn't break into a debate between the haves and the have-not? How do we avoid that?
Yeah, so part of it is, again, sharing this vision. And the vision is that you want the internet to be free, because there have been proposals that have been intimated that would control content, that would control routing of traffic, that in essence could provide a framework for censorship that we fundamentally do not agree with. There have been proposals that would potentially suggest transfer pricing mechanisms, where people that are sending content could be charged for people that are in a receiving end to receive free of charge. Those things are worrisome. And so making sure that we've got a variety of people out there that say, you know what, liberalized markets where there are a variety of providers creates competition, creates a variety of solutions. That's a good opportunity out there. Free flow of information includes make sure that there's a vibrant internet so that people don't get cynical about it and say, well, I'm not going to use it because I know there's so much filtering going on, it's not going to work. And the more that we can have others see that globally, the better off that we're going to be.
Thank you, and good luck.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.